What is good? Who defines it? And why does it matter? Let's talk about it. All right, my friends, let's talk about the idea of good. And why does it matter to even talk about it? I think a couple of reasons is because a lot of times our culture will say that whatever feels good is good for you. And you can pursue that, you can go after that, right? Follow your emotions, your feelings, and as long as it directs you into something good, then that's okay. But the thing is, it's interesting because what's good for you might not be good for me, and vice versa. You know, when God created everything in the world, the heavens, the earth, Adam and Eve, the plants, the animals, after he created these things, he said, it is good. And he didn't say it how sometimes we say it, very nonchalantly, right? You eat a burrito or a hamburger or whatever it may be, and people ask you, like, oh, how was that? You're like, it was good. How was that movie? Did you watch the Batman movie? It was pretty good, wasn't it? It was cool. I mean, it was good, right? There's this uncertainty, and then it's good, right? But when God says something is good, it's a bold statement. Like, it is good, capital G, good. There's no I think like God didn't create Adam and Eve and be like, I think this one is good. He was like, no, this is good. Now, kind of rewinding back to what I said earlier, a lot of times we follow our emotions, right? We follow our feelings. Whatever feels good, whatever I think is good, I can pursue that, I can partake of that, I can do that, right? The decisions that I make are out of a feeling of good. This is good. Now, the thing is, now hear me, friends, the Bible says, right? The Word says, God says that our hearts, our emotions are deceitful. There's some times when we're going through things that feel like pain, that are, not good for us. It is. If you ever played a sport, right? And, you got to work out. I played football, and you really had to hustle. You really had to make sure that you knew the drills and all these things. Same thing for basketball, baseball, all these sports, right? Wrestling, you name it. In practice, sometimes it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to be tired after, a 3-mile run, whatever it may be. But the thing is, it is good for us though, because that actually helps, expand our lungs, gives us actually the endurance we need. When push comes to shove, the game is on. I can run faster, farther, longer because I put in the work. The work didn't feel good, but the outcome is a good thing. Right? Here's another example, right? Studying. Wow, that one hits home, because studying doesn't feel good for maybe some of us, but maybe not a lot of us, right? Sitting down for hours and just reading and just going through this, all right, I need to try to ace this test or just get a good grade, right? And studying doesn't always feel good. It's tiring. Sometimes it's stressful. Sometimes it just hurts our brain. But we know that if we stay on that path, right, and we are diligent, it's good for us. Now, there's other things that we feel that are good for us, right? But in reality, it's not. When we follow our emotions, when we follow our feelings, this feels good to me. I think this is good for me. That sometimes can lead us into a place that we're left worse off than when we first started. But when we keep our eyes fixated on the one who declared what is good, right? Jesus, the good shepherd, the one who loves us, who wants so much good for us. When we are fixated, when we keep our eyes on Jesus, it will lead us into a life that's not easy. I will say that right now. It's not easy, but it is good, and is good for us. And it helps grows us mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. So who determines what is good? Is it us? What's good for me might not be good for you. Or is there a collective, like, no, this is good. Is it God or is it us that determines what good is?